everyone. Welcome to the Medieval. Hopefully this will switch over soon. Excuse me. It's in process here. Alright, we are on the Medieval server, and you'll hear Sammy talking in the background. He and I and a bunch of wonderful people are creating a medieval village, and I'm just going to do some fishing in order to earn some money. This is a totally novel server. We've played it before, quite a while ago, and I just had a blast. Now, I'm in the Mid-Pass Trader area. Our village is over in this area, and
it's always more fun.
Oh, hello.
To share with
hey, Lazy, and thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. We are just starting off on our adventures here, and I'm going to go ahead and get some worms and do some fishing, because what we need is some cash. So I'm glad you can use stone knives to dig up worms. And you may hear Sammy in the background. I have him on his YouTube because they're not using Discord to chat, because some of the folks don't like Discord. So trying to keep track of where everybody is. There's folks building a village, and they're just over on the west side from the Southport Trader, and we are in the process of getting walls built. We had permission from the server owner to do some villaging, to make a village, and so we are building a village, and let me show you what I look like as soon as I finish digging up this worm. This is a really fun server. It's got a lot of growing to do, and they're working on it now. For a while there it was dormant, but let me show you what I've got. I've got a bow and arrows. I've got, I think, a total of 3 or 4 arrows. You have to make them at a crafting station. You can't just grab sticks and use them. I've got my fishing rod. I fished up a cooking pot, but so far have not been able to take advantage of it. It's badly damaged, but I'm hoping I can purify water in it. I don't really need to, because I also have a horn. You come in with a horn, and you can fill that up with water. Here at the trader there's a well, and I've got a knife. I've got a backup knife, and I don't have a lot of room to carry my fish, so I'm going to have to sell them one by one, I think. But, let's see. I really don't need these sticks. Oh, I can use them if I need them to fish with. I mean to cook with. Now I need to find out where the rest of my worms went. Probably in here. No? I just dug up like 3 or 4 worms, and I only see one. So I'm trying to figure out where the other one might have gone. I don't see it. I know I dug up 3 or 4, but this is a quirky server, so it's possible it's vanished into the ether. So I can go fishing. It might have gone on here, you never know. Nope. See, I've got places here for worms, and they're not there, so that's kind of odd. Could be I'm out of sync. Not sure. But I know I picked up 3 worms. I did have trouble getting on because there was an updated mod. Oh, there he came. Okay, so I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe my inventory was full, and if it's full and you try to pick something up, it vanishes. That's always possible. Okay, we'll just get a couple more. Now the nice thing is that at this trader, you can't, oh. For some reason I just made an improvised bolt. So maybe I can shoot those from my arrow. That's probably crossbow. I was trying to dig up worms. So obviously there's a, don't do that near a short stick or you'll end up with a bolt instead. Okay, I'm going to put that away. I'm not going to pick that worm up just in case that's the case. Make sure I don't, there we go. Now the trouble is I have some fairly badly damaged hooks, so I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 uses out of them at the most. And then we're going to have to punt. Is that one ruined? Yeah, that one's ruined. Alright, so get this another hook made. I will be able to fish for just so long as I don't run out of viable hooks, obviously, and because I only have so many bones, but that'll work. And the beauty is you don't have to carve up the fish or anything, you just sell them whole here. And you get 25 copper coin for each fish. And what I'm trying to do is earn as much as possible toward the 1,000 coin that Sammy needs to purchase a hut for the village. I'll need to eat pretty soon too. You have to stay on top of your stats on this server, because if you get into yellow range, you have a tendency to get sick, and then it's very hard to get well. It's going to be one of those kind of days where the fish aren't biting. So this is my main contribution, is trying, at this point, is trying to get food and money for the village, because we've got other folks who are building, and I don't have any of the tools you need to build, so I'm just trying to do what I can. I might run down. The reason I came here was because you can sell the whole fish for 25, whereas you only get oh, I didn't catch anything. Gosh darn it. We'll move a little bit and hope for the best. Sometimes moving venue, you get there's like a certain percentage of fish biting in each location. And this can be a little bit on the dull side. I hope it's not too boring. But I've got a little bit of armor, but not much. A fellow gifted me a backpack, which was really handy. And so, oops, there's Sammy has gotten a new Viking horn, and he is putting it to good use. Okay, so there's a fish, and I'm going to run up and sell it. And I can sell it and then come right back and fish some more or grab something to eat. Or this is the village safe zone. And you've got people selling stuff in these houses or buying stuff. In this case, I think this is the fish guy. And if you, yeah, there we go. I can sell it for 25. Perfect. And so then you look in your coin purse or in your, I have a little purse. There. Oh, that's where the worms went. That's funny. Alright, I'm going to put my gold coin. Each gold coin is worth 25 coppers. And so I need 40 of those to get to 1,000. And then up here you can also buy a horse over there. You can get water here. In fact, I probably will get some water. And you also can search around if you find any barrels or crates or chests. Sometimes they have some good stuff in them. and it refreshes every time there's a server restart, so it's a good idea to check around each of the places you come to looking for chests and stuff, because they can have gold rings, they can have useful equipment, they can have food. It's just like a regular random spawn. Hey Sumo, welcome in. Let me get you a shout out real quick. And I will get a treat for the doggos. Hey guys, look, guess what? Hey, here's one for you. Tucker, there's a treat for you, buddy. Oh, good boy. Oh, you snuffled that right up. Thank you. That was very kind of you. They are both very happy with that. Let's see, do I need to switch out my... Yeah, I do. I need to switch out my hook. And then I'm gonna worm the new hook. There we go. Let's get our worm ready and let's go fishing.
Should we make our way to the mines of the well?
Yeah, let us run. It takes quite a while to run.
We have enough food. Do you have enough food? There's some food in this crate if you want to take some.
Dried bear.
Right, Cookie, I've emptied the loose food there. One starves very easily in these lands.
Alright, so that was that. So again, I have on my medieval gear, my helm. I don't know if that's my hair sticking out the top or what. We won't ask too many questions. This guy up here sells, I think, military stuff and mining stuff. Mining stuff, mostly. Tools, ore. Oh, you can buy ore. Well, actually, you can sell ore. You can't really buy it. But he can sell a pickaxe for 250. So I'd like to buy one of those at some point, so I can go help by mining for metal. We can fish down this side too. And I'll switch it up so we can see if we get better luck on one side or the other. Doesn't really matter. This is just the fun part of... I did try to kill a goat, but at that time I only had a pitchfork. Now I've got a bow and arrow, so I'm hoping I might be able to bring down some game. I've got 4 arrows. They load by ratcheting like a rifle. Very funny. That is funny. Excuse me. Howard, just try to get back to the village as soon as we can. So we'll fish for as long as it's not terribly boring. I'll run up and sell this one. I might just do like, I don't know, 10 fish. I would need 40 to hit the 1,000 that Sammy needs, but I think Sammy's going for ore. That's what it sounds like. So I think I'll do this for a bit and then head over to the village so we can all see that too. Alright. On this side this time. We'll go over here and fish by the wall. I've got plenty more fishing in me. And then we'll run around and see this beautiful world. And I'll show you guys where our village is and what it's like. We'll go down to the south port and show you that that little safe zone where you can sell wares and buy stuff. We will need to eat a little something here. I forgot to do that. If I have another fish. Excellent. Excellent. And while I'm thinking about it, I will set that fish down and eat a little bit of fish. This is a carp. Now you can sell whole fish here, but they don't have to be cooked. You can sell fillets. You might get a little bit more for them if you cook them. I don't know the answer to that actually. Haven't tried that. But then there's all the energy expended in making a fire and getting it cooked, so that's a balance. Okay, so now I should have a total of, I think, let me look and see. I should have 3 gold coins. Yep, 3 gold coins. We have, they are talking about building flags at the village because the village is quite large, and the buildings are only protected by, I think, 70 meters, if I have that correct. So people are a little concerned about whether or not we're all of the whole area is protected because we have built some fencing to close gaps in the fence that were there from it being a ruin. And so at that point, people are a little concerned that if we don't have adequate flag coverage, those walls could fall apart, and then we would let the vermin in. Oh, looks like Sammy got a tip. That's very cool. Oh, here's where it gets boring. Whether we're just fishing. Well, I think maybe I'm going to take the coins I do have and run down there. Because sometimes when they're not biting, you get that they're really dull. Especially when you're feeling a little pressure to get some moolah. Alright, we're going to move down here a little bit and hope that we can catch a fish. Fishing is a very interesting experience. Very relaxing, but also if you're hungry or you need the money for the fish, somewhat challenging. I think I'll go ahead and run down. If I can get one more and sell it, then I'll have 4 gold. I have to eat again. If you get up to white on here, you stay in white for a fairly long time. But when you're in yellow, you dip really fast, so I have to eat more. I just ate what I thought to get my arrows going up. But this is a slightly challenging server too. The good thing is, when you're wearing these clothes, you only get damp, you don't get wet. You get wet when you go and swim, but you do get cold. And she's getting pretty cold, so I'm going to have to get her in somewhere. I'm not sure if the rain affects the fishing or not, but it might. Not sure that there's a worm still yet. Right, we'll go down here where we caught one before and try again. Yeah, This is getting really boring. Hi, Badger. I'm trying to fish for money. So of course, as soon as you want money for the fish, then then it becomes very difficult to catch them. There we go. And I said if we got 4 gold, then I would go ahead and do something different. I'm trying to earn coins so that I can give it to Sammy for him to purchase a shed for the village. All right, we'll sell this one. Now we have 4 gold, I believe. Let me just check my coffers. My pouch. Yes, 4 gold. And I think that's 100 coppers, because I think each gold is worth 25. I'm not sure where they're going. So I'm going to head back toward the village. I'll put my arrow there. It's armed. You see the little bullet symbol? So if I see a deer or a goat, I'm going to try and kill it. And I'm going to head back. I did pick up a couple of, oh wait, I need to eat real quick. There is these glowing herbs, and you can make them into a wellness powder, but you have to have room to carry them. I've got 2 already. I don't think I've got room for any more. Oh, here's what I could do. I'll go ahead and make this into a lure. I know Sammy's coming, but I don't know. I think he's headed north, but I don't know if he was coming past where I am or not. So I may miss him on the way by. They're not using Discord, so it's very difficult to talk to them. And Sammy's streaming on YouTube. By the way, let me just give you Sammy's, in case you can do both. There we go. And so he is, they're going to try to mine where there's a bunch of steel and iron, I think. Uh-oh. Oh yay, another storm. Now right along in here, I found those glowing herbs. I don't think I can carry any more though, because they take up 4 spaces each. Nope. I would have to drop something important. So we'll run back. If I can see a sheep or a goat on the way, I might try my arrows out and see if I can kill one. I'm not really sure where I should shoot them. Whether I should try for a headshot or... How do you aim? Oh, this is going to be somewhat dicey. I really can't tell where I'd be aiming at. Probably try to get pretty close. Try to get pretty close until I get used to how this thing fires. There is a better bow, a long bow, but it takes more... Oh, see, these are the glowing herbs. You can make those into a health serum if you have a grinder and a bottle. We do have a mortar and pestle at the village, but we don't have any bottles. So we would need to buy a bottle. Then we can make those herbs into a health potion. So here's where I'm going. I'm going between mid-past trader where I was, and actually I could go... I don't know whether I'd want to go there. Actually, our village is over in this area, right here. See it there? So actually I could run straight there instead. And that'd probably be the better part of a decision. So that would be to my right, I believe. You think. Yeah, to my right. There's the ocean. We want to run inland. We'll just run this way and check the map as we go and see if we're headed in the right direction. Somewhat. I think I need to head a little bit more right. Alrighty. We'll run to the village and we can see I am headed in generally the right direction. Need to go a little bit more this way. There are some areas in between that I can check. Always good to check to see if there's any barrels or any chests that might have some goods in them. Now, I don't remember going cross-country this way. If there was anything... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, that way. If there was any... Yeah, I'm going the right way now. If there were any animals or... goats, sheep, cows. What I don't want to run into is spiders, because those are on here too. Oh yeah, Sammy's a great guy. He's a musician. I can go more to my right. Okay. That's the handy part of this map. Now I'm headed in the right direction. I might have to swim, but I'm getting pretty wet anyway. I'm gonna stop and eat real quick. Actually, probably can run faster without the bow in my hands. This is largely PvE. Most of the people on here are not going to kill you. I go across this. I could probably go over here where it's more shallow. I won't get totally doused. There we go. Yeah, maybe a little bit more to my right. I'm going to zoom in again and see the village. Right over in here. So, let's see. If I go this way, I'm going to have to swim quite a few times. Or I can go out around. So I might go just up a little bit. That would be to my right to go around this lake. There's a lot of running around things. And there's not a lot of things to do in between things. So that's one thing that they're working on, trying to flesh things out a little bit better. Because there right now is a dearth of things to do in between places. So you do a lot of running with not much going on. But just FYI, that happens. But it is a really fun map. It's just not like any other map on DayZ. It's definitely DayZ, but it's different. Alrighty. Now where? Just keep to the right, I think. You don't want to get into the area where you keep having to swim. Turn Sammy up a little bit so you can hear him better. And Sammy sings too. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Sammy is he's a professional musician. That's what he does for a living. And so he is part of a tribute band for Muse. And he's the lead singer, guitarist, pianist. I kind of headed that way a little bit too much. I'm going to go out and around. And so on his YouTube site, you can also listen to some of his proprietary music. He doesn't have it on Spotify, but you can listen to some of his music out there. Really good. Very enjoyable. Like I said, he's a really talented musician. He's, in case you're not aware of that, he is also TSP Bobby's brother in real life, and they are both very talented musicians. Oh, there's a building up that way. I'm getting pretty close. That could actually be, oops. That could actually be the village I see up on top of that hill. Yeah, it probably is. Or it might be that I'm looking at right there. I just want to get around there and get up. It's going to be warm. Yeah, apparently they added a mod where you can choose species from the game Skyrim. So this is really fun. It's if you look up Medieval DayZ and look for let me look and see. Just 1 second, I'll see what it says.
How many cooks you got, buddy? And he's like, you killed me now, you bastard.
I think it says Dark Medieval PvP. And if you look that up on the launcher, you should be able to find it. Ahoy, village! How does one get in? I've forgotten how to get in. I think I'm on the wrong side for the gate. Hello, village! Hello, village! Anyone home? I think I'm running the long way around. Oh, hey, a skeleton. Check all the skeletons if you play this server, because sometimes they have stuff. They have gold jewelry and sometimes some. Hello, the village! Can anyone let me in? I don't know if anyone's there or not. I might have come a long way for nothing. Oh, here's the bridge. This is where I should have come in. Aha! Hello, the village! I know not the passcode, but this is Lady Cat. And Sammy is singing. There we go. I can always fish until I get the code. Hi, Jumper Sarge. I found my village on the medieval server, but I am unable to get in because I don't have the code. I'm going to go down here and get out of the weather in the stable. There we go. Now I can see. I've noticed that. I'll turn that down just a little bit. I've noticed that I only get damp, so I'm not going to get super wet. But this medieval server is a lot of fun. Now let me show you where I am. Oops, I'm not done doing that yet. Wait a second. I forgot I'm standing in the rain. One thing I should note that it does rain quite a lot on here. It's sort of like on the Deer Isle scale of raining, so we'll just move over here where the rain isn't hitting the ground. Yeah, there we go. That was coming in around there. I hear wolves. Hi, Silky Goat. Hello. Welcome in. There we go. All right. I don't know if that everyone on the village server. I don't know if everyone has gone off with Sammy on his expedition to go mining, but just one second, he did send me the code.
I didn't load my bloody bong though.
Yeah. Here's the little humble shack I would take over.
Aha. Oh yeah, right.
All right, let's try it out. Before we get attacked by wolves. Aha, it worked. All right, well maybe from up here I can shoot the wolves with my bow and arrow, which I didn't ever put on my hotbar. All right, so everyone, this is the medieval server. I have on my helm. I don't have any armor per se. I'm too poor. But, see, I hear wolves over that way. If I could kill wolves, I could get some money. Definitely hearing them over that way. There are wolves and dogs in the server. So they both could be howling. So I'm not sure which I'm hearing. Now let's go out and see. And like I said, I'm not super sure how accurate I'm going to be with this bow. We'll run out, leave the gate open, so we can run back in real quick if we get scared.
Yes, lock it up, get it secured.
Lower your flag a little bit, but raise it back up.
Anybody see him?
You are, sir.
No, I don't see him anymore. Maybe they weren't on me.
Skull, I gifted to you. You can sell those for 100 points.
I don't see him.
Yes, sir, at the main park.
All right. All right, so this is the village, and they've been working really hard building gates and doors and walling the whole thing in. It's pretty overgrown, but you can kind of see the structures. And right in this area, it looks like they've been chopping down some trees and working on building. There's our flag. And here's our storage. Oh, they are back. I would really like to get a wolf if I could.
Well, now that we know this is where you reside,
But I don't know where they are.
stay away from your clan.
They seem close when I'm here.
Allies.
Yeah, so you can go around the whole perimeter. Oh, I think they're right out here. They seem to be. Oh, there they are. I think they're dogs. I think it's a dog. I see him there. I don't think you can kill the dogs, but I don't want to kill a dog. It's definitely just the one. Oh wait, no, two. Oh yeah, definitely two. I think you can tame them if you have bones, which I do. There's a brown one with black and a black one with white. I think there are two of them. Go back to the gate if I can. Oops, I went past. Yeah, they're just down there. I don't think they will harm me. Not absolutely sure. I think they're right over there on the other side there. And get up on something. You can see them better. Oh, there he is. They're definitely dogs. Yeah, I don't think you get credit for killing them. I think you can tame them with a piece of bone or a meat. Yeah, that's definitely a dog. That one I'm not sure. That looks like a husky. Well, here's where we find out if they're going to attack me or not. I don't think so. They sure are cute. Uh-oh. Possibly. I may have misjudged. It doesn't seem too aggressive. Hello, doggy. Hello. And that one I'm not so sure. That looks a little like an Akita or a wolf. Where'd the other one go, down by the water? They are beautiful. So I guess if you give them a piece of meat or a piece of bone, then you can tame them, but I'm leery of doing so because I really don't know. I don't have that much. Oh look, he's in the water. So they're just swimming away. Oh cool. So that was dogs for sure. Alright, so in here we've got some storage too. They've been working hard. Got some stuff. So what I could do actually is I could farm. You have to stay right on top of it. But I'm going to be here for a little bit. And I have my pitchfork. So I could take some pepper seeds and some zucchini seeds and go get us some food. And then what you can do is you can cook it. I think you can make your garden anywhere you want to. So let's go and I better check and see if I can build it near the well. I think the well is over this way. There's a Stonehenge area. Now, I've only been in here once or twice. So I'm not absolutely sure where the well is. And if you do, see there's a chest there. If you do your inventory, oh, look, a silver ring. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. A silver ring. So yeah, you always want to check these. So I'm going to go around and check, actually.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
This is very cool. The whole place is like, check the skeletons, because sometimes they have stuff. Check, you can tell the difference between a checkable crate and a non-checkable crate. I'll show you one when I see one. And then you can check all the skeletons in the area. There's one in there. Sometimes they give you a head, like a skull, and you can trade that in for, like, I think it's 100 coin. So you can make a fair amount. I'm not sure what a silver ring will go for, but it's better than nothing. I don't see anyone here, so they must have all decided to go ahead and finish up for the day. But I don't know when the last time someone was here, so I'll just double check all the... Oops, that's my stomach. Better eat something. Like I said, if you let your stats get low, you can get sick pretty quickly, so try to keep those up. I'm also looking for the well. Seems like it was over by this Stonehenge place, but I haven't quite got the layout of the whole place figured out yet. And there's at least 2 dogs. Yeah, so this is they've been patching up around the edges and filling in gaps and making the village a viable concern. So just check around here, because some of these we certainly don't have a lack of wood. The excuse me for saying so. The oh, there's a chest. That one's not giving me inventory, so that must be a fake one. You can go upstairs in some places, not in others, so it's a little dicey to give it a try. I think I've already checked in here, yep. And so I just go like around the outer edge looking for barrels and doorways and hidden stuff. They're gonna sit out there and howl. Feel like they want something. Probably hoping I'll feed them. I can't find the door to that, but that's okay. Sammy's off mining. Aha, there's another one. Oh, excellent. A cloak, you guys. This is an excellent find. Oh, why can't I wear it? Oh, I don't know. Where do you wear a cloak? Maybe you have to wear it where my backpack is. Oh, yeah. Can I put my backpack on over it? Nope. So you either have a backpack or a cloak, but not both. So the backpack is 63 slots. And the cloak is 16. Well, that's a no-brainer. So I'd like to take these things and sell them, but I'm not sure I have any room. I'll go deposit the, to take that. It takes up 4 spaces. And this takes up, oh, I can put it inside. There we go. I can carry both. There's another skeleton. This is very lucky. It must be a little while since other people have been here, because the chests are starting to spawn. Oh, excellent. Oh, and pristine pants. What shape are mine in? Mine are pristine but damp. So I will trade. So I think you have to take them out of the
So I guess we got hit it with a pickaxe.
Travel down 8 trees.
I don't want to lose my silver ring. You have to take them out of the box in order to pick up the stuff that's inside. To swap out to you. And I think I'll go put these helmets in the crates or boxes because they're general use for everybody. I have 2 of them and they take up an awful lot of room. So I'll go do that and then I'll hopefully be able to find my way back here. Can I fit that in here? Nope.
I must just meditate.
I have extra shoes. Alright. So we'll go back to where the gate is, which is back up. I think it's over this way. The gate and the tent. Yeah, there's the flag. There's a flag. I think we have 2 now. This place is huge, guys. Oh, that's a barrel we probably want to look in. Nope.
Oh, wow.
We
Amazing.
have to find the beginning where we came in. There it is. The storage is over here. Yeah, so this place is huge. I might not be able to find that again.
Maybe because he left.
And we'll see if there's any room. That one's full. Both are full of decent things. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll put these seeds back for now. And that will give me a little bit of room to put some stuff. There's another box over here. Also full. I'll look and see if the tent has any room. A little bit of room. But it has many of the same things that I had. It's a, oh, there's a mortar and pestle. Okay. I'll swap. Well, I can't swap it. My thing is too big. So we'll put the cloak down. And we'll get the mortar and pestle. And I'll be able to grind up these into powder. Hi, Stealth. Yeah, we're listening to the dogs howl. I checked and they're not wolves, it's dogs. Alright, now where did the powder go? Anybody see it? Where did the powder go? Immunite powder. Oh, it goes into a little bag. Excellent. So I'll grind up the second one. I wonder if it gives you 2 pouches of immunite powder. This is all a learning curve for me. Yep, 2 pouches. So I'll put the mortar back.
Yeah, this is the only spot I found gold at.
And the pouches are 1 spot or 2? Only 1. Okay, great. That's great. They only take up 1 spot. So I could carry those with me and go up and see about getting a...
I mean, there's
Well, see, I can't even carry that with me, so something's weird. I think that might be... Oh, because it's got stuff in it. Never mind. So now I could carry that cloak with me. But I can't wear it. I could sell it. I'd like to get rid of these helmets. I couldn't sell them. So they're basically just for people to use if they... They're for people to use if they get... oh, wow, that's loud. Put that that way.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello. Hi, Churchy Poo. Welcome in. Let me get you a shout out here. Wow, those are loud, aren't they? There we go. Yeah, this medieval server is very cool, Churchy Poo. Alright, so now I can put the helmet over there. Those are for if you get killed and you run back and you need a helmet. We got plenty of fishing stuff. And I took some bones. Now I've got a shirt and a shirt inside the shirt. I could go and sell at the market. That's a possibility because it does seem like there's not very much storage here. Okay, so this is all within the tent. This is the wooden crate. We don't have any nails to make more wooden crates. So doing pretty well. I did find some stuff here. What I've got to do is go sell it. And I don't have much room. I could carry one item here, I guess. What was there before? I don't know. But I'll sell that. And how much space does this take? 6 also. Those are things I found in crates, so I'm okay to sell them. So I know I can't sell this, so I'll leave this here and hope that it doesn't disappear before I get back. And I'll go sell whatever I can. I do need to eat again. I can go to the market at the Southport and sell these things. Let's see. Yep, over here. So it's a bit of a run. And those aren't wolves, luckily. But I did find some more stuff. I want to try and carry it with me if I can, but I don't remember where it was. I'll just look again. If you look in crates and barrels and chests, and sometimes these guys, if you can get into them, the wagons, they are, and skeletons around the area, they sometimes have stuff in them that you can then go sell. So I'm just looking through all of these areas for... We found things hidden in the most bizarre places. I don't think I've looked over here yet. But you just keep looking around the buildings. You look in all the chests and you look in... I don't think these ones ever have anything. They look... Oh, here's the Stonehenge, so the well will be nearby here. Let's see. There's a skeleton. Check all the skeletons. Sometimes they have inventory. I know the well is near the Stonehenge, so I have to find it. I'll need some water. Ah, there it is. So this is what the wells look like. So, we'll go down to Southport and I'll show you that one. And we can run along the southern coast. We might find a goat or a sheep, because I've seen them there before. As I mentioned, you have to get your stats into the white and keep them there, or you get sick on this server. And then you need that immunite powder to make the health potion, and you need a glass vial to store it in. You can't just carry it around in a pouch. So we'll have to go up and get it made into a potion by the potions maker. Oh, another guy. They're everywhere. Just keep searching around. I still have my hands I could hold something in to take to the trader. Just keep peeking around, trying to find the hidden gems, as it were. Ah, there's one. I might have already looked in this one. Yep, that was a fake one, as I recall. There's a skeleton. Some of these I may already have checked a couple times. I'm not sure. I know I've checked that. I'm trying to find the one where I was when I picked up the cloak, because there was something else there too that I couldn't carry. But I don't remember where I was. I haven't quite figured out the lay of the land around here. The wolves are out the main gate. They're not wolves or dogs, so I'm not too worried about the howling. I wonder what will happen though when I go. Oh, this might have been it. Yeah. Oh, even better stuff. Oh, yay, gloves.
Tiny little squares, yeah?
A shirt pristine.
They got little numbers by it.
A shirt pristine low. A shirt pristine low. So no difference there. But a leather sewing kit. Oh my gosh, that's worth its weight in gold. Alright, so let's take this. And we'll put the leather sewing kit in that. We've got lots of stuff to sell, you guys. Now, I can either carry my backpack or the cloak. I can't wear both. And the backpack has 63 slots, and I'm not giving that up. Now, I don't know if I can sell these or not. I don't think so. But I'll carry them with me. Oh, that was a lucky find. Looting in my own home. Ah. But it's worth it, as you see. If you can find a barrel or a chest that someone else hasn't found, or they do respawn pretty quickly as soon as people leave the area, according to the powers that be. Now this stuff is you can't pick up, but they do respawn very quickly. So just keep checking. As soon as people leave the area, apparently stuff respawns. Now they've cut down a lot of trees to build with. I think I made it all the way around. Now, is there anything I can leave? I don't think there's room. Let's see, do I have extra fish hooks? I only have 3. I'll take a couple with me, and then I can fish at the main place. See, somebody else got a cloak. I've got this canteen. The canteen carries more than the horn, and I think you can carry that in the same place as the horn, yeah. So I think what I might do is run back over and get and empty that out and make sure it's fresh. I can remember where I was when I got to the well. It's right near the Stonehenge, so if I can find the Stonehenge. See how big this place is, though? It's very confusing. Ah, Stonehenge. Now we know the well is near here. Not that way. I know it's around here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and set that down. We'll get our canteen. It does hold more water, I believe. Hi, what a rookie. Yeah, we're just doing a little medieval, and then I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to hop back on Deer Isle. That'll be fun. I wanted to explore around and make some money for the team. Alright, now I'm going to drink this and see. I believe it holds more than the horn. Not 100% sure. But I think so. So I'm just going to drink the whole thing. I don't know. Might be equal. If that's the case, then I'll keep the horn instead, because it seems more authentic than sell the canteen. It is nice to be able to do one or the other. Alright, so I have one spot left in case I find anything. And I can fill up my... I think I've been around all these places. I think so. Boy, it's easy to get confused in here. That's why everybody's been missing various of the chests and stuff too. They're underneath things. They're hidden behind things, and it's easy to miss them. And then you miss the goods that are. And see, this place is just enormous too. I know I was by there where the skeletons were. I'm just kind of doing a perusal of town to see if there's anything I can find to take with me. Look up in here. Every so often you find stuff hidden, like that chest there. That might have something in it, but I think I've already checked it. Oh, nope, I hadn't. Well, there wasn't anything in it. Doesn't mean it didn't have something in it before. So, I'm just checking around. I'm back toward the front gate again. Around that direction. And you check all. Just try to... I did around the outside, so I think maybe I should go through the center area. Make sure I didn't miss any chests, or then I can head for the place where you get where you can sell things. Nothing. None of those are the kind that you can actually open. They look slightly different. Alright. I think I've been through here. There was a barrel hidden in these trees somewhere. Alright. We're back around to the beginning. So I think we're going to go ahead and run for it now. Just one last peek. Yeah, I've been in there. Go through the central part. Hate to miss out on anything. Alright, we're gonna run for it. Oh, firewood. I guess I'll move... can I move that? No, I can't carry it. I was gonna move that up to the front gate, but I can't carry it. Right, so there's our flag. That's by the front gate. There are 2 flags in here to protect the whole of the village because it's so big. And here's our front gate. And so you can get up on here and see out. And I know there are dogs right outside here. There was a brown one and a black and white one. So what I want to do is see, I'm on the northwest corner. That's where the gate is. I want to come down and I want to go this way, all the way along this shore. Because I saw, and I want to go over to the southern port to sell the things. And I'm going to hope those were dogs, and I'm not mistaken. But I believe I go this way. And I'll just look at the map. Make sure I'm heading the right direction. Yep. Oh, there's the dog. Yeah, so if he's friendly, he won't attack me. Oh, there's the other one. Hello, doggies. Aren't they cute, guys? That one looks like an Akita to me, or a husky. Hello. Yeah, they're not mean. You don't get any benefit from killing them. You can't skin them or eat them or anything like that. And so I would rather not. I love dogs. So I would rather not harm them. So the only thing I would say this map lacks is enough stuff to do in between places. So that's the downside. And let's see if I'm going the right direction, pretty much. I want to go this way. I am, but I'm going to have to go over through some water to get there. Just walk through it, I think. There, I just have to get across this one. Oh, that's a big one. See if there's a better... We'll go along here and see if we can't get across on an easier, shorter swim. I believe we're headed generally west. Or east. East. Oh, there's windmills over there. We'll check there, because the windmills may have places that we can loot on our way. I have found chests and things there. I haven't found any bad guys there so far. But I do want to go that way eventually. Let's check here. You can't get in them, but sometimes there's a chest or a barrel around the bottom of them. There are quite a few places on the map. Oh, or a skeleton. There are quite a few places on the map that have these windmills. So there's no... It doesn't, yeah, we're in that area. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to find anything. Okay, so we want to go... I want to go across the water, but I want to go across on a place that's a little easier to get across. Yeah, I think I need to go to my right and get across here. Seems like I did this before across here. It was pretty shallow. There we go. I've only been this way once or twice, so you know you do have one big swim. Just want to make sure I'm going in the right direction. I am. Oh, and I gotta get some food in quick when I get across because it's gonna affect me quickly. It's starting to affect my health. I might have to cook up some fish and catch and cook up some fish before I get to the trader. I think I've got 2 more fish on me, so I should make it. And then I can always fish at the trader and cook there. The safe zone. All right. Oh, boy. Let me see where I am now. Yeah, now I'm on the dry part and I can go all the way. So I want to go to my right. On dry land, I believe. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. This is always confusing to me. Alright, I want to go toward the sun. There we go. Yeah, now I'm going the right way. Now this is where I may have seen a goat or a sheep along in here that I could take a shot at. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. Just a moment. Sammy is rocking out. Let me just get that note sent. There we go. Yeah, so I'm headed toward there. I gotta eat real quick. I believe I have 2 fish left. Oh, golly, I only have a tiny bit of this fish left. I can always fish on the way. I might need to. Or buy a little something to eat when I get there. If I don't have time to cook. There we go. That's going to help a lot with getting my temperature up and everything. I hope I don't get sick, because being wet doesn't help. I hope my gloves aren't ruined. Nope, they just look funky. I think we'll just eat this whole fish and then run for it. There we go. Alright. Now, if we're able to find what I want to do is go toward the shore, but I don't want to waste too much time because I want to get to Southport as fast as possible. But I also want a shot at those goats, and I believe they were over on the southern shore, so we'll just kind of angle that way. Isn't it pretty though? It's a very pretty map. It's just not a lot of stuff to do in between places. And there's not a lot of places so far that I've seen. Now I know up north it's different. There are quite a few things to do up there. But you do have to be fairly well armed to go up there. And so I haven't made it there yet. I went to help rescue someone the last time we were on, but when we were getting close, then they said, you know, it's quite dangerous up here. Probably without any armor you should bypass this area, so I did. Yeah, that ship doesn't have anything on it there, but this is right around here that I saw a goat. So we'll listen. But we won't stay long. We'll just look around for goats, sheep, and I will try out my new arrow, bow and arrow. and see if I can get them. I hope I don't waste a... You just need a stick and a bone to make an arrow. So if I do lose some, it won't cost me too much. I do have some bones with me. Just keep looking for them. I think it's random where they show up. I don't think they're always in the same place. But along the shores where I've seen 2 goats and a sheep, the other time I walked this way. You see that fish didn't really fill me up, so this is a dicey situation. It's hard to keep your health up on this map. Once you get up into the light, you can stay there fairly easily by just topping yourself up. But when you're trying to get... Yeah, here we go. When you're trying to get places and running a long way, and you have to carry supplies with you because you're constantly... The trees don't drop fruit, and game is really dicey. You can always stop to fish because you're almost always within reach of water. But again, that's time oh, there's a spider. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to run into that. Oh, there's more than one. There are 3. Oh my God, they weren't there before. I don't want to be fighting spiders. They come right into the water after you too. Oh Lordy. Oh, he's coming for me. They are coming for me. Shit, I don't have any choice. I have to swim for it. I could be in trouble. Oh Lordy. They definitely saw me. I don't know what to do. They're just gonna follow me on the shore. Oh, this could be bad. I think they will follow me, no matter where I go. Yep. I don't think I can... maybe if I swim across to the other side. Oh boy. I wonder if I can stand off far enough and shoot them, but I don't know. I can't really stand here in the water. Oh, there are 3 of them. I'm going to go across here and see if I can get away from them that way. They were not here before. I promise you. I'm sorry if you're an arachnophobe. I did not anticipate seeing spiders along here. That is an unfortunate experience. Where am I going? Oh, this is going to make the trip to the trader even more dangerous. I need to get out of the water as soon as I can. I'm getting cold. And I don't have anything left to eat, so I'm going to have to make a beeline to the trader. It's still a long way away. And especially if I'm going to be encountering spiders. Oh, I did not anticipate that, guys. Sorry about that. I might die, and if that's the case, I'll just respawn and come back to my body. I can collect up all my stuff again. Oh man, those things are scary. One is bad enough, but they always travel in groups. And one person alone, unless you can get somewhere elevated and fight them from a height, I don't think you have a chance. Yeah, I don't think I can hit them from here either. I only see 2. So I'm just going to run for it and hope for the best. And hope they're not on this side too. Well, there goes the goat idea. But I still have my thing in my hand to do. Alright, so we're going to run as fast as we can. We need more storage back there, so it would be nice if I could afford nails. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome in. We're frightened. we have spiders on the other side of the water. I'm hoping that they've lost me now. They're not following me along. They're over there. Yeah, they're way back there. Oh, so creepy. You can see them up on the rocks running around. There are 3 of them. Oh my god, they're horrible. And I'm trying to run to the Southport Trader as quickly as I can because I have lots of stuff I found. And I want to sell it. I think they might be. I hope not. I was over there because the last time I went down through there I did not see any spiders at all. And I went right through that area. So either they've hatched in or somebody's changed a spawn or somebody had killed them previously and I just didn't even realize. Oh, this is going to be tricky if I have to climb up and over rocks. Oh, I can make it. Boy, that was creepy. There's something off to the left that's moving, I think. There are wolves on here. What's that? Is that thing moving or is that a rock? Looks like it's moving. What is it? Well, I think it's just a rock with grasses in front of it. See, I'm getting scared. Getting a little paranoid. Well, if I have to... See, this is what I was worried about. The other side is so much easier to navigate. I might get over here and not be able to get up, and then I'd have to go all the way around. I haven't come this way on this side of the marsh before. I am headed in the general direction of the Southport post. Lord almighty, spiders. I'll have to let the team know. They may already know. Maybe they've been attacked by them. I don't see any now. So I don't think they came this far. Oh, man. Oops. Let's go around. Shoot. Cold and wet again. But I think taking to the water is really the only recourse when spiders are in question. If we were 4 or 5 people, we might have had a chance, but I saw Barnaby and Sammy fighting against 3 of those spiders, and they didn't stand a chance. The land is on the slightly barren side, but it's very interesting all the same. Now, we must be getting pretty close, yeah, to the Southport. We haven't been able to figure out what these things are for. They look like beehives to me. These big square things in here. They're stonish looking. There are barbarians on the map somewhere, but I don't think in between me and here. It's a good idea to check any barrels or see if there's any crates or anything too. Just in case you find a chest or something with something in it that you can sell. We're very close now to the trader, so I think we're okay. But I was very surprised to see those. Yeah, oh god, they're horrible. There's another place up here on the left where there might be, oops, excuse me, sorry, a little twitchy. The spiders freaked me out. And there's a barrel or a chest right here. Sometimes spawns stuff in it. I think it's a random spawn. But we have found stuff in here before, so it's worth a check. Gets in around here somewhere. I might be at the wrong house, but I think so. I think I'm at the wrong house. Ah, there it is. It was by the way. No, nope, nothing. It's always worth checking, though. And we were finding some stuff even in the traders itself where we made it. Wait, see how fast that food went? Alright, so first order of business is I need to get some food. She's over here. This is the food trader, so I can buy some time with just buying a simple cheese or... Yeah, that's not too expensive. I'll buy a cheese. But it doesn't sustain you very long. So, you don't want to spend too much money on it. I do have a horn I could sell her. Well, first I'm going to drink the water out of it after I eat my bread. And then I'm going to go up to the... Alright, where's my food? I paid for it. Ah, there we go. I put it in my water thing. It's all soggy. Alright, so we'll eat our bread and our cheese. I think we'll have to eat both to get out of the red hole. Because once you're in the red hole, it's hard to get back out unless you eat fish or some protein of some kind, like maybe cheese will help. But this won't last long. I said when you get below yellow, you're struggling all the time to get your health back up. Now we'll go up and, whoops, we'll go back and pick up our... Shoot, where's the thing I dropped? Ah, jeez, moron. And then this guy sells, oh, there's another chest. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a find and a half. The skull is worth, I don't know how much. I forgot where you sell it. But I want to take everything. I don't think it'll disappear before I get back. So I'll go and sell everything, come back to that. See, that's what I mean by you gotta check. Up here's the... See, I ate all that food and I'm only still at red. Very frustrating. Okay, sell stuff to her. I can sell the shirt. And this shirt. And the cloak. I hate to sell a cloak, but I don't need it. Out of there. And I'll go to the armor guy. See, I just dropped right back into red health. God, that's frustrating. It happens so fast. The food that you buy just does not go very far. The thing is, you can't afford to keep buying it either. Uh-oh. Nothing I have is sellable to him. Let me get out of there. Okay, I'm back to yellow food for some reason. Now there's a guy up here that sells potions. That's the food lady. Okay, potions person is up the hill here. Now see, that's weird. I dropped back to yellow. Hello, sir.
Hello,
Fare thee well.
how you doing?
Aha!
I'm fine. You need a potion?
Do I need what?
A potion?
Well, I did bring 2 bags of immunite powder, but I don't have a jar to put them in.
You can buy empty potions at Trader right next. I think they cost like a coin.
Oh. Would I need 2 if I had 2? How do I... Oh, but... But it costs 100 to make the potion? Is that correct?
No, there should be empty vials or empty potions.
So if I just combine the empty potion with a bottle, or the immunite powder with a bottle, That will make the potion?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So I'm hungry.
Let's see.
I've got a half a fish I can get.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oops. I was checking your pulse. I have, I encountered spiders along the southern coast. Beware, there were 3.
Oh, on this island?
Yes, I had never seen them there before.
Oh god, did you survive?
Oh, I took that fish from you and I don't know where it went. Hang on one moment. Ah, there it is. It's keep dropping into my...
Yeah, the spiders are very dangerous.
Yes, I had to
You
run
know,
for my life. I had to swim. They were after me on the shore. And I ran for it.
Yeah, so far I know my ancestors have been killed 1 or 2 times by them. And I also almost died earlier to them. So it's kinda hard. But I can give you another potion. It's called Elixir of Health. It's gonna help you.
Oh, thank you. Just one moment. I had just activated the immunite powder potion.
Ah, sure.
What does the powder of health do? The elixir of health do? Or of life?
It's gonna be healing powder. And sometimes you can find skeletons on the ground. Like little big green leaves around the skeleton. And you can go there and collect herbs within it.
Oh, thank you. I did find... let me... Where do you sell skulls? Because I did find one down there. I'm going to go pick it up. Where do you sell them?
That's gonna be at the mid part.
Oh, okay. I think I stole one of your potions. Just one moment. There you go.
That's just Wait, didn't I give you?
Oh, maybe you gave me one, yeah.
Yeah, take it back. Yeah, one was a present.
Thank you. Oh, it went on my belt.
Oh,
I think.
what belt do you have?
Oh, I
can't
have found 2 leather sewing kits. Can you use one of those in exchange for your generosity?
I've got... Well, sure, I've got only a half left. I need to repair my backpack sometime.
There you go,
I
sir.
know they like to destroy my backpack.
That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I found 2.
No worries.
I shall sell this shirt now that I have emptied it. And then I'll eat my fish. Thank you so much. I want to run down and grab up that skull really quickly, though.
Yeah, do you have enough...
Do I have what?
Like, enough clean rags to...
I have 2 and 6. So 8 altogether.
I guess that's gonna be enough, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But thank you. I'm going to run down and
Alrighty.
see if I can find the things that I couldn't carry. I'm not sure where I left them.
Okay.
What was that guy? He was close by here. I was looking around. Shoot, now I can't remember where he was. The dead guy that had all, or the... Where was I? Was it in here? No. Oh, maybe here. Yeah! Alright, we'll take the shirt. Oh, it won't fit. There, it'll fit. So he said I have to go to mid-pass. Oh, I gotta eat that fish too, I really do. Yeah, spiders are very difficult. This is a role play chance though, and I try to maintain as polite a language as possible on here. Oh, this fish is really helping. But it isn't going to last very long. So I'll need to fish, I think, before I head back. Or to the mid-pass. First I want to sell these shirts. I think I couldn't sell them before because I had something in them. I think you have to take this stuff out before... Oh, no, I can sell it. There we go. Sell. Wait, sellable items. I can sell the surcoat. Or the leather sewing kit. Okay. What is the surcoat? Okay, I can sell that. Wait. Pristine low. Pristine low damp. Actually, so that's actually a little bit different than what I have on. Oh, it's got 30 spots. Oh, that is a boon. I think I stole that guy's vial. I didn't mean to. Alright, let's see. I can't carry all my money in the pouch because I have my map in there. I think I'll get my... I think I'll take the map out. And store my money in there. Okay. There we go. Now I can sell the shirts. There we go. I sold one shirt. Why could I only sell one? Oh, because I set the other one down on the ground. That's why. So now I can sell the other one. There we go. Nope, I didn't sell the one I had on. Nope. Alright, so we're getting a little bit better in the world. I need a vest, but I don't think I can afford it. How many coin do I have now? Okay. I think I have 5 times 25, so 125, plus 3 is 128, plus... I think these are worth 12. So that's... closing in on 200. Alright. Now, I have to go to mid-pass to sell the... I want to sell the horn, but I want to drink all the water first. Kind sir, can you use a horn? I did find a canteen.
I can check if it's going on my belt. I was looking for an item. That's potion and...
If you're unable to use it, I will just sell it. But if you can use it, I appreciate your gifts and generosity. It should go on your belt, I would think.
I mean, in the horn, or do you mean like a...
A horn of water.
Ah, okay. No, I've got one horn myself.
Okay. I found a canteen. I think the canteen might hold more. Or at least I think so.
I'm not sure.
Do you have a
Might be.
crossbow, sir? Because I accidentally made a bolt. And that I don't believe my bow can use the bolt, so you can certainly take that.
Sure, that would be great.
Excellent. I'm glad to have someone use it. Oh, I ruined my fish
Yeah,
hook.
I was tired of smithing with the bow, so I made a crossbow.
Oh, yeah.
Now
That's a good
I'm
idea.
better hitting, yeah.
They're much more powerful. I think they might be easier to sight in, too. I'm having a little trouble with that myself. Let's see what's health.
What's your name, by the way?
I am Lady Cat of Moor.
Lady Cat?
Yeah, I think myself and Wolf, Sir Wolf the Brave, may have run into you yesterday or the day before.
Oh, you were with the Praisers of the Sun.
That's correct. Yes, we're in our village, and I had found some things and came to sell them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Guys, earlier at my base, a little bit north of the mid-pass trail.
oh, very cool. Yep.
They
We'll,
were
we'll stop by and
so
see.
happy to meet me. And gave
Yes,
me
it's a
the
pleasure to meet you as well. Your outfit is beautiful. One day I hope
Thank
to
you.
have some more resplendent clothing. But one thing at a time. So I think I will head to Mid-Pass now and try to avoid spiders and go sell that skull because I believe it might sell for 100 coin. So you fare well,
Okay.
sir.
Alright, I have to go west as well. I need to get some iron. Okay, that's what you. Wanna go together to the west?
Oh, certainly. That sounds excellent. I just need to go sell the horn.
Or do you wanna move on the northern coast?
I'm going up to the mid pass. Or wait, yeah, mid pass trader. That's where I'm headed next. So if you'd like to go that far together, that'd be wonderful. Let me just go sell this horn. I could jump that fence, but I think I'd better buy a little bit of food to take on the road. Huh. Now I could sell it before. Oops. I know I could sell it before. But why can't I sell it now? Maybe I have to have it in my hand? Or maybe it has to be full of water. It may. Let's go check that theory out. We'll run up to the well real quick. Well is up here. Leave the well. I wonder if you could only sell it if it's full. I know I've sold the horn there before. Let's see. We'll have that theory in a moment. The horn was for sale before. Maybe it was the other trader. Oh, see, you have to have it full. I could sell it. There we go. And we go ahead and buy some food. You can buy these, but they're not cooked. You can get an apple for 2. That'll give hydration as well. A pumpkin would be good. But it's huge to carry. A zucchini, I better look and see how much space I have. Oh, I could carry a pumpkin. Okay, I have more space now. Okay, my extra knife is in there. What I do need is I need another glass vial. So, I might have stolen that guy's potion, actually, because I have 2 elixirs. I don't think I should have 2. But I need to... Did he leave all these empty bottles? Where did he go? Did he just dump all these empty bottles out? I'm gonna liberate one of them. A scabbard belt. Huh. It's damaged, but it'd be better than the one I have. I don't know if I should take it or not. Yeah, I'll just keep the one I have. I don't want to take somebody else's stuff any more than I already did. Oh, I can't use that one. It wouldn't let me take it or make it into anything. So maybe if you've emptied out a potion, you can't make something else in the same place. That's probably why. Okay, now let's see. I should have an empty bottle in my inventory then. Empty bottle. And I should be able to put my immunite in it. He might have already left. Got tired of waiting for me. Okay, so there's your... Oh, that's weird. You get an empty bottle for everything that you... when you make your elixir. Okay, I've got an elixir of health and an elixir of immunity and an elixir of immunity. Okay, well let's go see if we can find this gentleman. Did he already leave? He may have. But I'm taking too long. I don't have any food with me then. Nope, I decided not to. I was trying to decide if I needed a pumpkin. I think I'll buy a pumpkin. Because it gives good food. Okay. Alright, so now let's see, how much money do I have left? I have 5 gold, 3 silver. Yes, food is expensive. So then we have to cut it up. And we'll have it ready to eat. And you get seeds as well, so that's good. We can plant those when we get back to the village. Hi, Matty G. Welcome in, oh Lord King Matty G. There we go. Welcome to the medieval server. I'm running north. I'm going to. I found some stuff and I sold it. It was right in here in this chest, which is now of course empty. Maybe I should check around town, make sure there are no other hidden little gems that people had missed. I don't see the gentleman I was going to go north with. I think I missed him. Don't see anything in there. One gentleman I was running with the other day, he ran around here after I had to run around. I didn't see anything. He found a gold necklace and some other stuff. He looked in places I hadn't thought to look. And checked skeletons. And I felt like I had already looked through there, so I was really surprised when he kept finding stuff. But dang, I'm a amateur looter compared to this guy. But I'm not finding anything right now, so I think I don't know where he looked. But I'm wasting energy, I think. Alright, I've sold everything that I can to this lady. I wonder if you can sell these bottles back to the gentleman. Probably not. Nope. So for whatever reason, you get an empty bottle that's useless when you make a potion. Alright. Well, that being said, over here is a smelter where you can smelt coin or into coin. There's also somewhere around here there's a crafting place where you can craft things. But I'm not sure exactly where. I think he left. Alright, we'll check this place again. Whenever you find one, it's worth checking. Alright, so what we're headed to, the Mid-Pass Trader. I'm going to try to go, now I have tried to go like straight there, and you hit these mountains. It's kind of tough to get through. So it's best to go over toward the shore and go along the shore. Also, when you get further north, you can find those glowing herbs, and then you can make them into the elixir of health. I also want to stay near the water because I may need to fish. In fact, I'm fairly certain I should. Kind of headed in a slightly different direction than I should. I really wish this, well, that would be excellent. Still don't know what these things are for. I think they're beehives. That's what I'm going with. Medieval, I saw 3 spiders along the southern shore. They scared the legitimate bleep out of me. And I had to... Yeah, see, I'm going too far into the center. And I think I'm going to hit that rock wall problem again. Or have to swim. But it is more direct. Yeah. I think I'm going to run over toward the western shore. Yeah, on Spawn Island. I'll show you where. If you see over in here, I had come across here, and I was coming down this way. I wasn't all the way southern, but I was right along here, along the water, and they spawned in right along in there. There were 3 of them, and they chased me across the water. I actually had to go and swim across here to get onto this part to get away from them. So yeah, there were 3 of them together, 2 large, 1 large and 2 small. And so I ran away, like you do. See if I can get over here and cut this corner a little bit without getting stuck in the stones. Yeah, because if you go that way, you're either having to climb unclimbable rocks or swim, and it's cold. And you can see I'm already yellow on the health. So I'm going to have to start eating my pumpkin. I'm really hoping I find a goat or something that I could kill for some meat, because I'm going to eat my way through my supplies here pretty quickly with all the running. And then I'd have to buy more food at the Mid-Pass. I can sell fish too. I can fish and sell them. Somewhere along in here we have in the past yeah, I'm going to come down toward the coast in case I need to fish. Up in this area there may be some ore, but I really don't know where to go to look for ore. Many things to learn. It costs 250 coin, copper coin, to buy a pickaxe. And so, I have never had that much together to go hunting a... I didn't know that either. That I had been that route twice before. twice before. And oh really? Or in a cave. Very cool. It's not like the cave of dropping through that Sammy found, is it? Alright, I'm making good headway toward the north. If I find some more of the glowing rocks, or the glowing herbs, I can pick them, and they do take up a fair amount of space in your inventory, but these elixirs are worth their weight in gold. So you can give them to the village to help us all stay healthy. I did find a goat or a sheep along in here somewhere, along the shore. Boy, now I'm leery that I might find a spider. There are spiders, there are skeletons. Now I'm on the... Somewhere along in here in the woods there's the glowing stone or herbs that you can pick. I think a little farther ahead. It was almost to where I'm going. Yeah, on this stretch somewhere up in the trees a little bit. They were there. See, now that would be helpful if there were more things like fruiting trees or more game to hunt, so that you could help yourself not be starving all the time, because right now I'm starving again. Not starving, but not super healthy either. So I will have to fish when I get there, just to have some health. Oh, very interesting. I've eaten up all my pumpkin. Half of my pumpkin. So I need to get some more food soon. If you fish in the ocean, you're always going... Oh, there's the glowing herb. You can see them in the forest there. How many can I pick? One. Oh, I can pick... I think I can get 2 stalks, because each stalk gives you 2 glowing portions. Right, so I can get that. Huh. Not letting me do it for some reason. Well, let's try another one. Huh. Seems glitched. Well, let's try a different knife. Oh, not gonna let me take it. Here, one more knife. In here. Just in case there's something wrong. That's strange. Maybe somebody else collected it already. That's possible. Put that back. That one might already have been collected. That's a possibility. Yeah, I think the gentleman who's ahead of me, he's making elixirs, so I think he probably already harvested them. So I'll have to wait until they respawn. And when I get there, I can sell my skull and have a fair amount of money then. There's you can see the trader up ahead. So we're not far now. So he must deal in herbs or in potions, because he had quite a few bottles he was making. I think I stole one of his potions. Because I have 1 of immunity, 2 of immunity. That I made. Oh no, he gave me the health. So I didn't steal anything. Oh, I feel better. I felt sure I had stolen something. I think that bottle is the one left over from me making my potion. And I think that probably it isn't going to be useful. So he must have been ahead of me that whole while. So I think we lost contact. He was very hard to hear. So I'm not sure. He said he was just north of the mid-pass, was where his base was. And he's obviously doing very well because he has really nice clothes. So I'll go up here to mid-pass and sell this skull. I'm not really sure who sells the skulls or who buys them, but we'll find out in a minute. I'll eat my pumpkin. As we approach, then I'll have time to fish and cook up some fish. And try to stay on top of it. I had run out of food, so it's hard to stay on top of your food consumption. You can't buy food here, so you have to be prepared to... I don't think you can buy food here. You might be able to. Actually, I think you can from this guy. Look all the things you can sell. Yeah, you can buy food, but you have to cook it. Ah, skull. There we go. Whoa, I was right. 100 coins. Oh, we're seriously wealthy now, guys. Look at all the cool stuff you can sell. Alright, so let's see what we've got. 9 gold coins now, guys. We are rich. 9 gold, 3 silver, and 1 copper. And so now what we'll do is we'll run down and fish for a bit of time. And sell the fish as well. And cook some up. And I hope we have better luck than we did before. Alright, so I think I've got a fishing hook. Yeah, there we go with a worm. Alright, so we started off here when we first started stream, and we were fishing to try and make some gold to buy things for the village, but then I ran back to the village because fishing was going a little slowly and I got a little bored. So then we ran back to our village. We got the code and got into the village. We found some things there to sell, and so we sold those at the South Port. And now we've run back north to the Mid-Pass trader area, where we're going to try to get some fish. It's already yellow on the food. And it's taking a while to fish. This is the thing, you can't guarantee you're going to catch any fish right away. So you can't be low on food when you come and try to fish for food. So I may have to go and just make a fire and buy some food, which I hate to do because it's going to eat up some of my gold. And food's very expensive. Shoot. Not having any luck. Very disturbing when you really need food and you're not catching any fish. It's distressing. Like, come on, fish. But I do have coin to buy food, so I won't die. There we go. Hopefully I caught a fish. Nope. Alright, so that's tough. Tough straits. So we're gonna have to dig up some more worms. This is the hard part. I'm already yellow health, and it's going downward. It's not staying steady. And I have trouble understanding why the food economy is that you lose health so fast. Now where did the worm go? Oh, there we've got a baited one. This happened earlier. I put a, there he is. Alright, so I'm going to put the seeds in here so that worms don't go in there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bait up our hooks. I'm going to try again. If we don't catch one with one of these 2 hooks, baited hooks, we're going to have to go and buy food. Because we'll need time to cook it before we starve too. And then that's even harder to recover from. So, at some point on here, you start to wonder if it wouldn't be better just to start over and come get your clothing and stuff. So in that case, you'd run closer to the Southport, because that's where people spawn. And just die there and then come back for your stuff. And then you start with fresh health. And then some people do that. Come on, fish. I might run over to the other side and see if I have better luck over there. Sometimes you'll just pull them right out of the water, one right after the other. And other times you can't catch one to save your life. Ah, there we go. Alright, we'll try this other baited hook. See if we can get 2. And then we'll go cook them up. We'll have to... I've been out, Pete went out to that shipwreck and there was nothing out there. Alright, maybe we've caught another one. One can hope. There we go, 2. That's a miracle. Alright, so let's go cook them. And then we'll have food. So I'm going to get some sticks. I believe there's a fireplace on this in this area, in which case you just need to get some long sticks and make them into short sticks. And then you can go ahead and cook your fish. It doesn't take too much to cook your fish. I will need something to use for some bark for a... There we go. For the bow drill. Just need 1. There we go. It's a sort of a constant struggle on here because you have to use knives for bark. Use knives. There it is. You have to use knives for cooking and for cutting things up, and they wear out. There we go. And here's our bark for our bow drill. We'll use a rag for kindling. There we go. Alright, there we go. Before I light up the fire, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the 2 fish so that I can be sure I get the maximum cooking time. Don't want the fire to go out. I don't have too many sticks, so I don't want the fire to go out before I finish cooking. I've only got 2 fish, so it won't take up too much time. There we go. Hi, Silky. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too much longer. I'm going to cook this up. I was very happy to find that skull. And then I think I might head back to the village, but I'm not sure. I might cook fish here for a bit to sell the whole fish here without having to cook them or anything for 25 coins, copper coins. So you can make a fair amount of money with fishing here. I do have some bones, but I don't want to do that on stream. It's somewhat dull to sit there and fish on stream. But I appreciate everybody sticking with me so far. We'll just get this cooked up, and then I'll have enough to eat. And then I can focus on additional fishing. So I've got my knives. I've got some space. I can carry fish. There we go. There's an extra fishing hook here. So I've actually got 5 fishing hooks I can work with. That should help. And once I have adequate food, see, I'm getting a little bit better clothing and better weapons. Making my way. Look, there's where you put your dog. I found some new shoes. That was cool. There we go. We'll put our food right in our clothing so it keeps us nice and warm. And we'll eat some of it. Try to get ourselves up into white health again. White food. Our health is doing just fine. It's just that we can't seem to stay fed. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my damp clothes if I have any, and I'm going to put them by the fire. I don't think this works actually. I've tried to get my shoes dried out before, and it hasn't worked to get them dry. There we go. And that's that. So we'll stand right here by the fire and get our buff. Maybe back up a little bit. We're in the yellow. Try to get my shoes dry. I sat my shoes on here while cooking up quite a few fish the other day, and I just could not get them to dry out. So I might, oh, there it went from wet to damp. I may be wrong. Maybe I just didn't have enough oomph in the fire, or not sure what the deal was that day. I'll be happy if I can. See, I have this bag. Very cool. And I can fix it with my leather sewing kit, which I found. And I have 9 gold coin. So 9 times 25, what's that? 250, I believe? No, 225. Plus 36, so 250 something. And 1 copper. So I think the silvers are 12 and the golds are 25. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Haven't quite figured it out, but I think that's right. Now they're damp. So maybe it's just I didn't leave them on long enough. We'll stay until the fire is all the way out. Hope that they dry out. And then I think I will call it there and go get some food and some rest, and then hopefully come back on a bit later and play on OGT's Deer Isle, because Rookie and I have been on there, and we've just discovered another trader, and we found a boat, and I just put a short up on YouTube. If you get a moment to check it out, I appreciate it. Let me get my socials up here. I put a short up there where we had a poison dragon attacked us, and we were able to do him in. Okay, my shoes are only damp now. The fire is out. So that's excellent. So anyway, this is the mid pass. Now I can go up to the eastern market, but I don't have anything to sell there right now. And I can't remember what you can buy there, but I believe you can buy armor and all kinds of cool stuff. It's quite a schlep though. It's really cool. So I haven't left this area so far today, but look at all the rest of the map, guys. There's a northern trader way up here. That's not easy to get to. We got all the way up in here to rescue Mwok the other day, but I turned back when we were about here because I didn't have any armor and they were fighting trolls and stuff. So I came back and came down the middle to there is a let's see. You have to go by the squares. In 1111, this square here, there's a base there. And let me just find it for you. I think it's this one. And the guys were there, so I took the pitchfork that someone had gifted me, and we went there to hand it off to folks to go and do stuff, and it fell through the floor when I was handing it off to the guy. I felt so bad. Wow, look how far you can zoom in. So it's pretty cool. Lots and lots of stuff to go over and check out. The Eastern Market is here. You have to climb up through a valley, but look how much stuff is there. And then there's all this stuff over here to check out. Just so cool. Lots and lots of stuff to check out. Haven't seen yet. Some of it you can get to, and some of it's hard to get to. Haven't been up here yet. I'm very curious. I've watched other people go, but I haven't been there myself yet. And then there's this up here. Don't know what that's all about either. So lots and lots of cool stuff to do on this map. If you'd like to join it, look up dark. Hang on, I'll look it up for you. Just one second. Look up Dark Medieval Ages RP in the launcher, and that should get you to this map. And it's role play, and folks are having a fun time with it. Generally very nice and helpful to each other. And then we're going to organize some group activities and some battle royales where we can fight each other under controlled circumstances. It's going to be really fun. This is one of the crafting benches that I was telling you about where you can make stuff. So because I have bones, I could get short sticks. I could go get some, and I could make... Well, I'll just show you. Oh, there's that gentleman again. So he must have made his way here. I don't want to disturb him because he already gifted me a whole bunch of stuff. I want to get sticks though. I want to show you. Let's see, I need to find something I can make. Oh, and not that. I think that's the hard part, is finding stuff here that you can make into... There. Oh, I already cut that one down. Here we go. And I'll make some more arrows. It doesn't cost you anything, just the materials. So you need to have bones. And you need to have short sticks. So I'll leave one long and take 3 short, just in case. I'm pretty sure it was short sticks. And what you do is you come over here to the crafting. He was smelting. That's what the smelter is there. This is the crafting area. And you put your stuff in the crafting area. I can't remember whether it was short or long, so I'm going to put both. And then you put your bone. And then you go in here. I happen to know that's the ingredients for a regular arrow. Then you find arrow. And if you have this symbol in the lower right corner, it means you're ready to make one. And I think I can make 3 because it takes 1 short stick and 1 bone. Two. 3. Alright. Now I have 1 bone left. I should have 3 arrows. Yep, they're sending me 3 arrows. And I already have 3 arrows, so I can put those... I think they stack, but they might only stack up to 5. And I have 1 arrow in the bow itself. Yeah, they only stack up to 5, so I'll have 2 stacks. There we go. And then I have one bone left and a long stick. So I can make this stick into short sticks and I'll be ready to make some more. Or start a fire. Whichever that you might need. So it's a really fun server. I recommend it. And it's, if you want to talk to BGP Sammy, you can go to his Discord and find out about the village. This is where you can cook. I'm going to run around and just double check that there isn't any free stuff laying around. Check the skeleton at the... Yeah. There's a chest over here. Probably somebody's already... Oh my gosh, you guys. I just assumed somebody would have checked it. This is a pristine low. This is a Norman helm. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. I never expected that to be full of stuff. Oh, we have to carry that back and give it up. It's a better helmet than what... Oh, I have to take the shovel. I can definitely take the shovel over the pitchfork. And a potato to eat. Oh my god. Thank gosh I looked. There's another one to look at over there too. Oh, what a find. I'm so happy. A shovel is super useful for our efforts. And I can carry the pitchfork in my hand so we won't lose anything. Too bad that apple went bad, but we'll take it out of there so some new stuff will spawn. I know you're not supposed to do that, but... Oh, that one's empty. I'll just check around and make sure there aren't any other ones hiding in the shrubberies. This is where the lady sells the horses. I'm not buying one of those until I learn how to ride one. One took off with Sammy. And rode him right into the drink. Okay, so this guy you can buy your pitchforks from. Pickaxe, excuse me, but I don't have enough coin. I have almost enough. I have 241 coin after all that. So if I hang around here fishing, I could buy a pitchfork pretty quickly. Just double check and see there's no other crates or... That's amazing. You must not have checked there. Also, let's see what I could sell. No, I'm gonna keep the mackerel that I fished for to eat for now. Boy, that was sure lucky. Check the skeleton. I think I've already checked him. Yeah. All right. So, what we'll do is go ahead and settle in here. And when I come back, I can sell fish for some more fish. I might as well get some worms while I'm here, since I have a pitchfork. Bye, Maddie G. I'm just going to get some worms in readiness for when I get back. All that work and you only get one. There we go. That's enough of that. Alright, so we'll fish when we get back. Down there. And thank everybody for coming in. I know it's a little short, but these days I'm supposed to do the shorter ones. And we'll spawn, I'll go ahead and raid out, and if you can stay with me long enough to do that, I appreciate it. Let's see. Whom have I not raided in a bit? See. I think we can go to Digiblast. Digiblast is a great player, excellent sniper, guys. So we'll go and raid Digiblast. I haven't raided Digiblast before, I don't think. So this will be fun. And then I'll get a little rest and get a little something to eat and hop back on and play some more on Deer Isle with Ricky. Hi, Ricky. I'm just going to send everybody over to Digiblast for now. And I'll catch up with you a little later. But thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and catch you up later in the day if you can get back on, and if not, another day. Thanks again for all the follows, and we'll talk to you soon.